everyone, it's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel, Relax.Cut.Glue. Ooh, that was a good one. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. Happy Monday, friends. I did absolutely nothing this weekend. Like, nothing. I had horrible back pain. My husband was exhausted. He just laid around. It was awesome. We just chilled. And so, anyways, I made this sheet of a bunch of images. Wow, it's Monday, I can't think. And I'm making this a little challenge for myself. I'm gonna make some postcards out of what's on here. I printed it twice because I put different like little ephemera pieces because you can take it different ways. You know what I mean? Like, you can go with the butterflies and the bunny, or go with the cat and a mushroom, or you know what I mean? So anyways, and then this is cool because I can leave it all 6 squares, or I can break it up and just use one of these or a couple of them or whatever. So anyways, this is just a little challenge for myself, just to keep, you know, kind of keep my creative juices going. Hello, it's future me, editing me. I decided to do a voiceover for the rest of this. Okay, so I'm showing you here that I'm using the Liquitex gel medium. I got this from Vanessa. Thank you, Vanessa. She found this on my Amazon wish list and sent it to me with a beautiful little note. I appreciate it very much. Thanks, girl. I love the way it looks. Oh my gosh, when it says it's matte, it is so matte, like so matte. And it feels like the texture that's on top of it when you use this Liquitex gel medium or matte gel medium. Oh my gosh, it just feels really cool. Anyways, I hope everybody's having a good day. I just recorded this. Why I'm doing a voiceover, I don't know. It's kind of weird in this video. I was all over the place. So I'm just going to be weird and all over the place in a voiceover. I wanted to thank you guys so much for all your sweet and kind and loving well wishes and condolences for my sister and her cat. I know not everybody's animal people, but I really, really appreciate you guys saying that. I wish I could tell you the full story, but it's gnarly. Today is her cat, Ash. That was her name. It's Ash's birthday today in heaven. And she would have been 13 if she made it to today. So that's really sad. But, you know, she lived almost 13 years. That's a very long time. So I choose to remember her in the positive way and not the way she went out. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, did you guys get a chance to watch my review yesterday of the label maker? Oh my gosh. Okay, so I watched it. I don't always watch my videos. I know that sounds weird. I should, but I don't. And I was like, I watched it back and the stinking ad covered the whole like beginning part that I did with my husband. We were laughing so hard. So go back and watch. If the ad goes over and like when the ad's over and I'm just talking, you've missed the whole intro part and you got to watch that. We had so much fun with that label maker. It is awesome. I even printed a picture. I took a picture of Sherman and then was able to print it on the label with his name. And then I put that little sparkly label with his picture on it and his name on his poop bag on his leash. These are Sherman's poop bags. That's so funny. Look at me just inking away. So I'm using my teal ink today. I really, really love this ink. It's my favorite. If I'm not using this, I'm using brown. I rarely use any of the other colors. I'm just stuck on it. Do you guys ever have those things where you're just stuck on it? Like you have to use it every time you craft, like whether it's an image or a style of image or a number or a letter, or you know what I mean? Like I say all the time that it used to bother me. Well, it still bothers me. I'm not even going to lie. When I'm watching a video and people spend so much time inking their images, but I get it. I do it too. I can't not ink my images anymore, you guys. Like, it's an obsession. So I should have never done it that first time because now I can't stop. I want to ink all the things. Yeah, it's just really funny how that works. But yeah, so I'm inking everything in this teal. I just wanted it to be like a colorful vintagey thing, kind of like a summery kind of vibe. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was kind of going for. I've been printing off so many images on my printer and then fussy cutting them out and using them in these postcards and things like that. I've been kind of feeling like I want to make another 3-tiered book with a lot of these paper images I've been finding. So I love tearing with a ruler too instead of cutting. Oh my gosh, the edges just are so much better. That's another thing. I used to cut everything and now everything has to be torn. But I think we all go through these phases, you know, with your art. Like right now I'm really into the vintagey thing. Normally I'm really into bright colors and not browns and vintagey things. So it's kind of funny how that works. I'm just letting this vibe, you know, ride it through. And I don't know. I don't restrict myself. If I feel like using vintagey things, I'm going to use it, you know? And all that jazz. Ugh, and here I am complaining about fussy cutting. Here's the thing. I love fussy cutting. And I also hate it. It just depends on the day. I have a fussy cutting basket, which I've talked about before. I keep all my images in there, especially all these ones I've been printing lately. And then I just cut them out while I'm watching TV and stuff or catching up on my true crime. Because if you don't know, I'm obsessed with true crime. I have been since I was a very young girl. I wanted to be a police officer since I was about 4 or 5. And that's just always been my dream. I went to college for it. I didn't finish. But my major was psychology and minor in criminal justice. And then I became a mom and the rest is history. So I have to live vicariously through documentaries. Anyways, I know true crime is like very hip these days and stuff, but yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I've been following this case and I'm obsessed with it. So anyways, what was I talking about? Fussy cutting. I love it and I hate it at the same time, but I hate what I was talking about here is I really hate when I have to stop what I'm doing in my art to fussy cut. I just don't like doing my art that way. I know some people kind of go with the flow and, you know, I can do that too, but realistically, I like to put images on my table that have already been fussy cut. I don't want to stop my creative flow to fussy cut something out. It's just how I roll. Everybody's different. I don't prefer it. It kind of like, it's irritating to me. I just don't like stopping when I've got this like vibe going. So that's why I try and keep my fussy cut basket with me, and just kind of cut things as I go. So I always have things ready to cut or ready to glue. You know what I'm saying? Especially because I like to, let's see, what's the word? Audition, for lack of a better word. I like to audition different fussy cut pieces on my art. And when I have to stop and cut it out and then, you know, put it there and see if I like it, it just, I don't know, it ruins it. Other people can work like that. I just can't. And it's you know, whatevs. I really was mad at myself for putting that flower vase, the watering can, where I did. It really messed up my feng shui of collage. I don't know why I put it there. It's not where I wanted it. But this is a challenge to myself, and it's also just for fun. So if it doesn't turn out perfect, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, I challenge accepted, and I finished it. So And that's the point, just have fun, just glue. Don't be hard on yourself, which I am all the time, and I know that, and I try so hard not to be. But I just see so many people, just, it didn't turn out good and blah, blah, blah. But did you have fun doing it? Because that's really all that matters. You know what I'm saying? And I understand the frustration when things don't turn out the way you want them to. But you know what? Get back on that bike and try again. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not all going to be masterpieces. Some are just for learning purposes. You learn, you grow every time you create something, and you just get better at it. So, just keep going at it, and you'll make something that you like. And I see a lot of questions. This morning I was going through my Facebook group of like, have you ever used a junk journal as a glue book, or can you? Yes, you guys, I can't scream it from the mountaintops. There are no rules. These words like glue book, junk journal, smash book, art journal, whatever. These are just general terms so that people, when you're conversing, know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, they get a general idea of what it is that you're working on. But there are no rules on what you put in it or how you do it. Like I love using junk journals as my glue book. I love each page being different. And you've seen me create glue books where I put different papers and stuff because I like that. I don't want it all to be uniformed all the time. You know what I mean? Like, I like flipping through the pages and, finding something that works with the image I have in my hand. And yeah, absolutely. The answer to that is yes. Yes, you can. You can do whatever you want, whenever you want. You know what I mean? When it comes to this kind of stuff. And I don't know. And then there was another question. Do you have to use magazine images, or can you use, images that you print off on your computer? And yeah, you can use whatever you want. I mean, that's the thing. And I guess sometimes I get, what's the word? I can't think of the word, but almost like it kind of makes me sad to think that people think that they can't use, an item in their art. You can use whatever you want in your art. It's your art. You know what I mean? So if you want a journal in your glue book, do it. If you want a glue book in your junk journal, do it. You know what I mean? Like, definitely there are no rules. And if somebody tells me you're doing it wrong, or tells you that you're doing it wrong, just tell them to, kiss your butt and send them my way, and I'll put them in their place. Nobody messes with my friends. I'm rounding the corners on this. I've been rounding all the corners on my postcards. I use the medium on that punch that I'm using, the corner punch. It has small, medium, and large corners. I like to use the small on sometimes I use the small on my postcards too, but on my ATCs, and then the medium for my postcards, and then I use the large on my composition notebooks because it's the same amount of curvature that the composition notebooks normally have. And you don't have to punch, or you don't have to round the corners. That's just something I do. I don't know why. Again, it's just one of those weird, quirky things that makes me feel like it's more finished when I do that. But it doesn't mean that it truly is. It's just how my mind works. You know what I'm saying? Like, square works fine too. So I'm just kind of adding more of the pieces here, trying to fill up some gaps. This postcard ends up being pretty random and kind of all over the place, but it's pretty. I like looking at it. And like I said, this was a challenge for myself, and it was just something fun for me to do while I was catching up on my case that I've been following, although I wasn't watching it while I did this. I had intended on doing a voiceover so I could finish watching my case, and then I just kept talking, and then when I was done, I was like, no, I'm going to voice over the rest of it. Oh, man. Now I'm adding one last piece because I felt like that left side, it just needed something, and I didn't have a lot left over, so I went with that because it's a challenge. if you guys want that piece of paper that I used for my little challenge today, let me know, and I can put a file in my Facebook group, and then you guys can create something as well. You can use these papers for, you know, whatever, or you can use it and also make a postcard like I did, or you can put it in your glue book, or you can make an ATC out of it, whatever you guys want to do. I broke out the other piece of paper. I printed this twice. I broke out the other piece of paper because I made the flowers a little bit bigger, and I just decided it needed more something, so I added more flowers everywhere. So yeah, you can print yours as much as you want. I restricted myself to using only the items on that paper, but you can challenge yourself however you want, or don't even challenge yourself. Just use these images and whatever you want. There's no rules. Here I go. Fussy cutting, inking, all over again. This is why my thumbnail is blue, because I kept inking these flowers. Can you hear Sherman? He is snoring so bad. All right, guys. I hope you had fun hanging out with me. I had fun hanging out with you. I'm going to go reheat my coffee because now it's cold, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.